YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with a full face Catrice tutorial. Now first, I'm going in with the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer and using it as an eyeshadow primer, which there are only 4 shades, which is a problem with Catrice. Next, I'm actually going in with the Catrice Liquid Metal Eyeshadow in We Are the Champagnes. I don't think they sell this anymore, though. The only place I can find it for sale is a trio listed on Ulta's website, so don't know what to do about that. Next, I'm going in with the Modern Matte Eyeshadow Palette. These are all matte shades. These are thankfully still available on Ulta's website. I'm taking a light brown shade through the crease, a kind of darkish grayish, a dark grayish brown shade in my outer V, and blending it with my fingers because that's what I do. Taking the white shade and highlighting my inner corner, and we'll be highlighting right under my eyebrow with it. Then I'm taking a cream shade and just helping blend out my crease a little bit. Next is the Catrice Liquid Liner. I'm not great with these brush tip liners, so I'm certainly not going to try a wing or anything here, but this was actually a pretty nice liner. Definitely stayed in place and everything. And next, I'm going in with the Lashes to Kill Ultra Black Mascara. So honestly, I don't really care for this mascara. It just doesn't seem to really do anything for my lashes, unfortunately. So they have a lot of mascaras though, so that one I wouldn't recommend, but there are others. By the way, I got a lot of these products in 2 Christmas kits, one of which is still available, and I will list it down below. Next, we have the Eyebrow Filler Perfecting and Shaping Gel. I was hoping that this would be a one and done product, but it is not, sadly. Like, I'm looking at it like that didn't really add anything to my brows. So it's really just more of a slightly tinted gel rather than something more like the Benefit brow thing that they have that I can't remember at the moment. So what I'm actually going to be doing in a second is going back into the eyeshadow palette, and singing apparently, but going back into the eyeshadow palette and grabbing a shade that is similar to my brow color and filling in. Which, this palette is actually really nice. This is something I would definitely recommend if you are in need of some warmer matte neutrals for your eyeshadow collection. Next is the Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. This is a more kind of lotiony primer, and is the only primer that worked with this foundation that I'm about to put on in a minute. But this primer I actually really like. It is nice and anti-shine going. Next, the infamous HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I'll get it out in a second, guys, I promise. I had issues with this foundation. I will link my full review down below, but first off, I don't know exactly what shade this is. I think it is light beige, but it is a little off for me. Like, I don't know if it's quite light enough or if the tone is a little off or what, but I just don't like quite how it blends into my skin color-wise. I don't love the packaging. I hate that dropper thing. I have spilt foundation many a times before. And it doesn't stay matte on my face and fights with most primers that I own. Like I said, this particular primer in the collection is one that worked with it, but I don't like it. So next, going back in with the concealer. Now the concealer, despite its atrocious shade range, is actually pretty good. So that I can recommend. Now I have heard that Catrice is coming out with more shades for the foundation soon, but I hope they do that with the concealer as well. Next is the Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. It only comes in 1 shade, unfortunately, but I do like it, so if it matches you, go ahead. So I use the highlight to set my under eyes. Next, I'm going in with the, Prime and Fine Waterproof Mattifying Powder. It only comes in 1 shade, but it is supposed to be fairly translucent. Really like this powder, so if you want something matte, go for it. Now I'm going back in with contour. You guys know I like to lay down contour and then blend it out with a different brush. Contour is actually pretty nice. I admittedly, while going back and watching this, don't quite do the best job at blending it, but add just a little bit of powder to your brush, and it blends much better than what you see here, unfortunately. I wish I had a bronzer, though. I am so white in this. Next is the highlighting powder in Champagne Campaign. Another thing that this only has like 2 shades, and they're both fairly light, so I'm not sure what deeper skin tones are supposed to do, in this range. But next is something that I can only find on sale on Catrice's website, which is the Illuminating Blush in La Vie en Rose. Because Ulta now carries, I think it's called the Strobing Blush, so I think that they are discontinuing one in favor of the other. Next, for lips, I can only find these on Catrice's website as well, but they're not discontinued. So first is the long-lasting lip pencil in Plumplona Olay, and finally is the lip cushion gloss in the shade What Happens After Midnight. Both of these were really nice. You have to be cool with glossier lips, but other than that, they're great. And finally, I'm going to be going in with some setting spray. This is the multi-action setting spray that they have. That is nice, but kind of expensive for how much you get. So that's it.